Ever feel like your students can't focus for more than 5 seconds? It's not them, it's their nervous systems. Between increased screen time and jam-packed academic schedules, kids today are living in a world that moves way faster than their brains are designed for.
Way faster.
Overstimulating shows, constant notifications, and quick dopamine rewards are making it harder and harder for children and grown-ups to slow down and stay present. Even our classroom routines are often more about doing more faster. When you add in less time for creative play and outdoor movement, we've created a generation of learners who are overstimulated and underregulated. Yoga changes that. It gives children a way to tune in instead of constantly tuning out through breath, movement, and mindfulness. Hi, I'm Rachel Costello, the founder of Yo Re Mi, where we teach educators to bring music, movement, and mindfulness to kids in classrooms. In this video, we'll explore why so many children struggle with focus and concentration, and how simple, playful yoga practices can help. So hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. We've created an attention crisis for kids, and now it's up to us to fix it. In recent years, science has begun supporting what we teachers and parents already know. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, overexposure to digital media is linked to shorter attention spans, poor sleep, and more anxiety in kids. And a 2022 study in Frontiers in Psychology found the same. Kids who move less and scroll more struggle with focus and self-regulation. At the same time, physical education and play-based learning have declined in many schools, meaning kids have fewer chances to move their bodies and to self-regulate. The 2024 U.S. Report Card on Physical Activity for Children and Youth gave a physical activity grade of D-, with just 20 to 28% of children getting the recommended daily hour of physical activity. Movement and attention are deeply intertwined. Children literally learn through motion. So when a kindergartner fidgets or zones out, it's often less about behavior problems and more about biology. When we limit opportunities for kinesthetic exploration, we also limit children's ability to sustain focus. That's why yoga isn't a nice extra in education. It's a tool for rewiring developing brains for focus through breath, rhythm, and mindful movement. Yoga isn't just exercise, it's brain training for kids. Kids yoga offers a counterbalance to overstimulation and gives kids a way to tune in instead of constantly tuning out. Unlike most activities that require external stimulation, yoga invites children to notice what's happening inside, their breath, their body, their balance. Through movement and breathing exercises, yoga strengthens the same brain regions responsible for attention, working memory, and self-regulation. When kids breathe slowly, balance on one foot, or hold a pose, they're literally rewiring their attention system. And a growing body of research actually supports this. A study in the Journal of Child and Family Studies found that children who practiced yoga twice weekly showed improved attention and emotional regulation compared to peers who did traditional PE. The NIH also reports that yoga can enhance memory, focus, and academic performance in children. Even breathing alone can make a difference. Research shows that alternate nostril breathing activates both hemispheres of the brain and promotes cognitive balance. To put this all together, yoga can help children regulate their nervous systems, quiet their busy minds, and strengthen their focus muscles through playful, embodied learning. When we invite kids to move with awareness, we're not pulling them away from learning, we're actually helping them learn how to learn. Yoga poses that help kids build focus. Think of focus as a skill that develops through practice, like playing an instrument or riding a bike. These yoga poses and activities are designed to help children strengthen attention, balance, and concentrate while having fun. If your students can't focus, start with their bodies, not their brains. Jungle Cat, aka Bird Dog, looks simple, but it's a powerful pose for focus and self-regulation. Balance builds concentration. When kids reach one arm forward and the opposite leg back, their brains are doing complex work, coordinating both sides of the body, activating core muscles, and integrating right and left brain hemispheres. And when we add slow, mindful movement, like rounding the spine for a curl, bringing the elbow to the opposite knee, Kids learn how to steady themselves, literally and mentally. For children who fidget or struggle to sit still, this kind of heavy work gives the body exactly what it needs to be able to settle. Want balanced kids? Teach them how to focus in tree. Tree pose is one of the simplest and most effective yoga poses for teaching focus, balance, and self-confidence. Perfect for all ages, tree also builds strength, improves posture, and stimulates vestibular and proprioceptive systems. Here's the secret. When kids balance their bodies, they're also balancing their attention. The trick to balancing in tree is to focus on one unmoving spot. In tree pose, they learn that when their gaze stays steady, their body follows. The more they focus, the more they balance. It is an awesome embodied lesson in attention, not through lecture, but through play and movement. To practice tree pose, start by planting both your feet in mountain pose. Then lift one foot to the ankle or calf and press it in gently. Bring your hands to your heart or stretch them overhead like branches. This pose strengthens focus, core stability, and perseverance, all skills that translate directly to the classroom. When we teach kids how to balance their bodies, we're also teaching them how to steady their minds. Got kids who give up easily? This sequence teaches perseverance, one balance at a time. When we combine Eagle, Warrior 3, and Tree, we practice focus, patience, and persistence. It's challenging, but that's exactly what makes it such a powerful learning moment for kids. Start in Eagle pose. Standing tall, wrap one leg over the other, cross your arms, press palms, and squeeze everything in tight. It's a tricky balance. Kids might wobble or fall, and that's the point. Every time they come out of the pose, they try again, and they're building resilience and body awareness. Next, we fly in Warrior 3. Slowly unwind, stretching wings outward and extending the leg long behind. Hinge from the hips, bringing upper body and leg parallel to the floor. Kids will feel their whole body working together as they steady their gaze and control their breath to stay lifted in this pose. Finally, we land softly in tree pose, grounding through one foot and growing tall. We bring our back foot forward to land on our calf as we reach our arms to the sky. Each of these poses requires awareness, balance, and self-regulation, which are the same skills kids need to learn, collaborate, and persist through challenges in and out of the classroom. It's a playful way to help kids understand focus and perseverance and how it feels in their own bodies. Are your kids zoning out? The secret to attention isn't sitting still. Half moon pose is one of our favorite ways to teach focus through movement. It looks light and graceful, but it takes real concentration, coordination, and strength to hold this one. When kids balance while opening their bodies sideways, both sides of the brain have to work together to stabilize posture while tracking spatial awareness. That mind-body teamwork brings kids right into the present moment. From standing, we shift our weight onto one foot, reaching our hand down toward the floor and lifting the opposite arm and leg. We open our whole body sideways and strong. For most kids, this is gonna be wobbly, and that's okay. The combination of asymmetrical balance and openness trains both physical steadiness and mental attention, asking kids to coordinate balance, alignment, and breath all at once. It also helps children learn that mastering focus and concentration doesn't necessarily mean being perfectly still. That's not for everyone. When your classroom feels like chaos, start here. Child's pose is the ultimate classroom reset. It might look like rest, but it's actually deep regulation in action. When kids curl in, folding forward and resting their forehead on the floor, they're doing more than taking a break. They're activating their parasympathetic nervous system, their body's built-in calm down button. Heart rate slows, breathing deepens, the body signals, I'm safe. For educators, child's pose can be a gentle invitation. Let's take a moment to rest like turtles in our shells. This imagery helps young students understand rest as a choice to turn inward and recharge, not as a punishment or timeout. I like to invite children to feel their breath moving in their back, or notice how calm their body feels when it's still. Even 20 seconds in this pose can transform the whole classroom's energy, helping children return to learning more grounded and ready. Want to teach kids focus? Start with a breath that balances the brain. Balanced breathing, also called alternate nostril breath, is one of the most powerful tools for focus, calm, and emotional regulation. When we breathe evenly through both sides of our body, we're also balancing the two hemispheres of the brain. Our body actually naturally shifts between right and left nostril dominant breathing throughout the day. When we practice balanced breathing on purpose, we enhance memory, attention, and emotional control. All great skills for the classroom and beyond. To practice, gently close one nostril and breathe in through the other. Switch and exhale through the opposite nostril. Breathe in, and then switch and exhale. Keep alternating, slow and steady. If you don't want to touch noses, completely normal, invite kids to try a playful palm flip variation. Turn one palm up and one palm down. Inhale through the open palm, flip both hands, and exhale through the open palm. It's a great way to build bilateral coordination and focus while keeping things super accessible for little kids. Over time, children learn that they can use their breath to change their state. Oh, when I breathe like this, I feel calm. Or when I breathe like this, I can think better. That's real self-regulation, and it starts one balanced breath at a time. What if focus isn't something we demand from kids, but rather something we help them grow? We ask kids all the time to pay attention, but focus isn't a switch you can flip. It's a skill, one that's built through movement, rhythm, and breath. Yoga poses like jungle cat, tree, warrior, half moon, child's pose, and balanced breathing strengthen that focus muscle in a new way. They challenge balance, build awareness, and guide children back to themselves. Teachers can use these poses individually as quick resets or combine them into short focus-building yoga sessions. When we give students opportunities to move their bodies, breathe deeply, and find calm from within, we're helping them practice emotional regulation, self-trust, and resilience, which are all the foundations of focus. So the next time your classroom feels scattered or your students can't concentrate, remember that focus doesn't start in the brain, it starts in the body. And when we help kids connect to their bodies, learning becomes joyful, grounded, and alive. If this kind of learning lights you up and you're ready to bring more calm, creativity, and connection into your classroom, we'd love to support you. At YoReMi, we train educators just like you to use music, movement, and mindfulness to help kids focus, regulate, and thrive. Our Children's Yoga Teacher certification gives you everything you need, from lesson planning and classroom management strategies to mindful communication and trauma-informed practices. You don't have to be a yoga teacher or a musician to start, just someone who believes learning should feel joyful and embodied. Join our community of educators who are redefining what learning feels like, one breath, one song, one class at a time. You can find links to our training and additional free resources in the description. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow a community of educators that care.